Good morning. We're off on our first delivery today. This one's a little ways away. Got a full trailer load and got to wind our way up there. It's not a good way to get to it. About an hour and a half from here. And then we'll come back this afternoon. I don't have any other deliveries lined up, but we might try and take some stuff to our farm down to Berkey. I've got a customer that picks up their seed there, a couple of boxes. But we don't have a working forklift right now there. So we got to get our old forklift moved, and I might try and do that this afternoon. Just made it back to the seed warehouse here. We've got a truck to unload, and there's another one coming in like 45 minutes. So I think these are beans for the third guy. I'm going to call it the third guy that I treat for. Not my account, not my warehouse account, but another guy who's a dealer who sends his beans to me, and I treat them, and then he comes and gets them. Point being, these have to stay separate. I can't mix them in with the rest of the stuff behind me here, and it's mostly what I've been keeping in the lean-to, but I can't get to the lean-to right now, so we're just gonna set them off to the side and figure out how to get them over there in a little bit. I got that truck unloaded, and I'm waiting for this other one to come here. I was sorting some stuff out. There was only 6 boxes on that truck, no big deal. But I got these 2 pallets of corn out. These 2 go to the same guy that I took beans to yesterday afternoon. Thinking about making a second trip down there today. I've got those 2. I've got 1 box of beans right there for him, and then these 2 boxes of beans go to a customer of mine that picks them up from Berkey. So 3 boxes, a pallet and a half of corn. Can I take all of that and a forklift? Because I've got a forklift that I need to get down to Berkey there, and I can't take those other 2 boxes until I take the forklift because I'll have no way to get them off the trailer. I'm wondering if I can get all that on a trailer on one load. I don't know. We're going to put the forklift on first, take that down, and then come back here and see how much seed I feel comfortable putting on there. But this other truck should be here any minute. I'm going to wait for him to get it unloaded, and then we'll load up and go. 6 more for the same guy that the same guy that the first truck was for. Yeah. They did not come from the same place. Otherwise, I'd be like, why did they send 2 trucks? But no, they're not from the same place. Okay, let's go load up a forklift. See if we can do it. Now, the question here is, can we drive a forklift up these ramps? I don't know the answer to that. I hope so, but I'm not sure. And once we do, assuming we do, is the forklift going to go right through the floorboards? I don't think so. I'm hoping that we can stay on the rails. They look like they're a little too wide for me, but we can at least get 1 set of tires on the metal rail. This forklift's not nearly as heavy as the one down to Berkey, and it's got more power. My question is ground clearance. Are we going to have enough ground clearance? Should we back it on or drive it on? Probably drive it on. We're going to say drive it on. All right, let's go find it. Also, Dad's been working on our sprayer over here, it looks like, today. It is a reasonably nice day out. It's not nice, but the sun is shining, and it's in the upper 40s. A little windy still, not as bad as it has been. But yeah, Dad's got the sprayer out, boom's unfolded, so he can grease all the grease fittings and change the nozzles. So the first thing we're going to do is top dress our wheat, put nitrogen on the wheat, and in order to do that we want to stream it on. We don't want to broadcast it, so we use these blue nozzles. These are SJ7 T-Jets. They got 7 holes in it, and it just kind of creates a stream that goes onto the wheat and gets it into the ground without getting too much on the foliage and burning it. So that's why we like those nozzles. So Dad's going through all that, getting it all set up how he wants it. There's the forklift we're after. Let's see if we can put it on a trailer. I've got a magnetic phone mount. We might as well use it. Are you far enough away that you'll be able to see there? Not really. What if we try this? It's not great either, but whatever. There you go. Think I can get that on there? I'm going to find out. Am I going to clear the bottom of the mast? It worked. Well, cool. It drove her right up there, so I got the parking brake on. That ought to hold it, right? Should be good. Now we're going to chain her down the best we can here. Yeah. Now the question is, how much seed can I set up here and take with it? 2 boxes or 3 boxes and a pallet and a half of corn? That's probably too much. It's probably too much. I think this weighs around 9,000 pounds, so to do some math. Dad said he might want to go and actually put some nitrogen on today. So I'm like, oh, I better get the monitor set up then. You know, I put this new monitor on here and everything's there, like it works, but we don't have any information in here and stuff. And so I got the activations running. It should update when it connects. It's just not connected yet. Anyway, there's that. Plus I got the receiver. I'm going to run SFRTK on that this year. So I got that activated. We're going to let that all update. It's got to catch the online. It's the JD Link's got to connect here, which it'll get there. But then we realized that we don't have any of our ATS yet. So that middle tank there, we put ammonium thiosulfate in, and we like to put that on our wheat for our sulfur needs, and I don't have any. So I made a phone call. I'm waiting on a response for that. In the meantime, we can get this updated a little bit. Okay, well, there's the license. That one was easy. Now we've got some updates. Oh, license received for the receiver. Cool. Gotta calibrate the TCM because we've never done that. Update, install. Okay, this will take a little while. Huh. Well, I was sitting here watching this and it was going and moving relatively reasonably, and then it got to this screen and it says it might take an hour. I'm like, well, that's no good. I don't want to wait here an hour. Dad's getting our stuff out. The ATS may be here on Friday. Maybe. Or next week. Which means we're not going to get it done today and tomorrow. Should have planned better. Okay. Well, we got the sprayer ready to go. All we need now is our ATS. I got the monitor in there. I got everything loaded, our work plans, and all looks like it's going to work as expected. So we're going to head down to the seed warehouse and put some seed on here. So it occurs to me that that forklift weighs about what 4 boxes do. So realistically, I can put the seed on there that I want, and it's about what our normal load is, as long as they fit on there reasonably well. And we could take it and be fine. Now I should probably call the customer and see if he wants the rest of that stuff right now. I mean, we took him a load yesterday, but it might not be there today. So anyway, let's go down and load up and see what we got. Put our 2 boxes on that we know we need. Yeah, we're gonna pass on putting those corn bags in the extra box on there. We'll just take the 2 that go to the same farm where we're dropping off our forklift here. It's okay. They weren't gonna fit very good. Even if I put those side by side, I wouldn't have room to get everything on there without putting stuff on the forks, and it's a pain in the butt. And yeah, we're just gonna take these 2. We'll stay underweight. Well, we made it. Let's see if we can get her off of here. Where's Jack? Let's try to not die getting this off of here. Pour our forks up a little bit. Our parking brake off. We got our chains off. Nice and easy. Nice and easy on the brakes. On the brakes. I don't like how much we're moving. Oh, God. Oh, boy. We made it. We made it. There we go. Now we got a forklift down here that works. Actually, Jack's in the process of fixing our other one, but it's for sale. So this is the old forklift from down here, and this one used to be at Waldron. We moved it down here when we bought the Daewoo that we just brought here. I think it was back in 2012 that we moved this one down here, so had it here for a while. It hasn't seen a ton of use, but it's enough that we need one. Last week when they were down here taking downspouts down, working on our grain bin stuff, this one wouldn't start. Turns out the flex plate that attaches the ring gear to the starter to the engine broke, and so He's in process of fixing it, putting it back together, right?
I'm sliding it back together.
It's all good. It's going to run.
It ran before.
Yeah, I mean, it runs. The engine's fine. The transmission's a little iffy sometimes, but it runs good. Nothing wrong with it. It's an 8,000 pound lift capacity. It's heavy. It's very heavy, but it lifts a lot, and it's got good enough tires. Like, we can get around our driveway just fine. Just don't get into the real soft stuff. So if anybody's interested, it's LP. It's old, but it's a good forklift. I know somebody had typed in the comments a couple weeks ago that they would be interested in it. Let me know. Send me an email. Let it in the comments, in which case I'm going to tell you to send me an email. But, yeah. How much is it worth, Jack?
I have no idea.
I'm thinking $4,000. That's my asking price. $4,000. I think that's reasonable. It's worth almost $2,000 in scrap, so you gotta give me something for it.
That much in scrap.
Right, exactly. So it's, for an operational forklift, I think it's pretty reasonable. There's the specs on it. GP80 LAN FBS 086. You think that means it's an 86 model? Probably not. Probably not what it means.
It's probably got to be around that year, but I have no idea.
Yeah, it weighs 13.3, 8,000 pound lift capacity. She's a big, heavy forklift. There's a bunch of weight in this, in the back here. I don't have any way to move it. I don't think it will drive itself on that trailer like the one I just took off will. So, that's the caveat there, is like, you got to figure out how to get it out of here.
Usually the counterweights are almost as much as the weight capacity.
That could be. So if we can, take that 8,000 pounds off the back, which I don't know how you're going to do that. But, yeah, it's a dual stage. It is not a triple mast. It's a dual mast, and no side shift. But it's big and heavy, and it lifts a lot. Now, I pulled in down here, and I looked at the fields. I'm like, hey, that field looks pretty dry. Huh, how about that? Now, we've had less rain here over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, than we've had at Waldron. About half as much. So it's not surprising that it's drier here. We don't have any wheat down here this year, so no wheat to top dress. Oh, we got 280 acres of beans that we're gonna plant, and I'm looking at this like, I bet I could plant that. Maybe we should come here and plant beans tomorrow. That'd be a bold move to come down here and try and plant 280 acres of beans tomorrow. I don't know. I brought a shovel. Now oh gosh. This ground is a little deceiving. It can be dry on top. Oh gosh. But be really gooey underneath. That's oh bad. Oh gosh, I could plant this. Oh man. Crap. I don't know if this is feasible though. That was not the expectation. I was not planning on this. But what do I do? It's windy. It's drying. It's windy. If I came down here tomorrow, I gotta get the disc here though. That's the thing. I think it's too rough to plant. You can try it. Gonna use the corn planter. That's what we got ready. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. That's not supposed to be what happens today. Let's look again. This was pretty deep. That's a root ball from the corn. Oh gosh. If it was the last week of April, I would plant it without question. What do I do? If we were at Waldron and our ground looked like this, we would be getting the planter out today. It's about 45 degrees, but it's sunny. Tomorrow's going to be mid-50s and sunny. And then it's supposed to rain Friday, although it might be later in the day Friday. Here's a wet spot. Let's check the wet spot. Oh gosh. It's pretty dry. And then rain on Saturday. Crap. This is the wet spot. Notice no corn grew here because this is the wet spot. And the ends turned and it broke right apart. It's not gooey at all. Ah, shoot. So here's what I'm struggling with. We're 35 miles from my planter, from my tillage equipment, and we have 280 acres here. I really don't want to make that second trip, you know, to come down here and plant this field, the 75 acres, and then have to come back later and plant the rest of it. It also may screw up maturities for harvesting and spraying and everything else. So it's kind of an all or nothing. Do I really want to put 280 acres of beans in the ground on March 27th? I mean, it worked last year, but I'm also a long ways from home if I had to come back and replant them. That's the problem. Oh, it's not ideal. Okay, Jack says go home and drink a 6-pack of beer and forget it. He's probably right. That's probably good advice, Jack. But I don't know if I can do that. We're going to go talk to Dad. Dad's going to think I'm stupid and laugh at me, so that will temper my enthusiasm a little bit. I really should take a shovel and go check some other fields. This field is very well tiled now, but generally this stuff is all the same. If you can work one, you can probably do most of it. We'll go by the one on the corner down here and see if there's any water sitting in the corner. That'll tell me. Because all the beans are like this field out here, and then right across the ditch, and then right across the road. They're all really close here. So, it could be done. It could be done. Do I want to do it? So I'm not out walking the fields here, but I'm driving by. Like, this is, our farm's back over there. This is all the stuff going to beans. That it's all dry on top. It's what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? That's an awful lot of 30-inch rows. I don't really want to do 300 acres of 30-inch rows. Plus, I'll have some back at Waldron yet. Like there's an 80 that I'm planning on doing. Plus, I've got the irrigated fields going to corn. But I've got the plot, so I'll have another 100 acres almost at Waldron that's going to be in 30-inch rows. That's almost 400 acres. Boy, I'm struggling here. Like, I want to go, but it is March 26th. Like, it's too early, right? Right? Back to the seed warehouse here. We're gonna go down to the farm and find Dad and have him talk some sense into me. Yeah. Well, Dad kind of slow walked it before he's finally like, you better wait. Didn't give me a lot of confidence. Now we gotta go find Phil. Bad news, the door's open on our bin here. All right, the bean bin is about empty. We're about 3/4 or 2/3 of the way around with the sweep. That's okay. I don't think we're gonna go. Oh gosh, that pains me. If it was here, I would plant a field. If it wasn't 30 miles away, I would plant a field. If it wasn't 285 acres that would, you do it all or you don't do any, I would go and do it. But I can't do it. I can't guarantee that I can get it all done. I don't really want 285 acres of 30-inch row beans planted in March at our Berkey farm. All our eggs in one basket there. That's just, it's a lot of risk. Oh, that hurts. We're gonna go drive around up here. We're gonna take the gator and go drive around up here and see what it looks like around here. I think it's too wet. We had less rain, so we had 9/10 of an inch of rain here about a week and a half ago. We had about half of that there, and then we had another 2/10 here this last weekend. And I don't think we got any of it at Berkey. So that's the difference. That's why it's drier there, because we've had less rain. But it's so far away. Oh man, I am kicking myself here. All right, here's the field that I think will be some of our earliest to go on the beans. Doesn't look bad on the surface right here, but I can tell already it's just softer. Just walking out here, I can feel it. I mean, it's not terribly muddy, but it's not go plant in March dry. See how that kind of balls up and doesn't just fall apart like that stuff down to Berkey when I did that? It all crumbled. This isn't, yeah, that's not good. It's too wet here. I can't do this. The stuff at Berkey would go. Ugh. Okay. You guys have watched me agonize over this enough. So we're going to stop talking about it. I'm going home. Tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah. Brock's coming tomorrow. We're going to make a seed delivery in the morning. Actually, I'm going to go load the trailer up so we can make a seed delivery in the morning. And then I'm supposed to have a truck of corn coming in the afternoon. We'll see if that happens or not. See what the timing on stuff looks like. I've got a guy that's going to bring me some beans. There's another guy that I'm going to custom treat for. Golden Harvest dealer to the south of me here. Of course, my truck's going to die. Anyway, he's going to bring me 16 boxes, and I'm going to treat them. We're going to put them back on his truck, and he's going to take them. So we're going to do that tomorrow, I think. I should send Brock to Berkey with a disc, but it's probably not going to happen either. It's dead. Started slow the last time I started it when I was down there. And I don't know if it's just because I drive back and forth and it's not long enough to charge the battery and so then it dies. Or if there's something drawing on it. I don't know. It happens occasionally. It was my running boards, but I checked. They're still in the off stove position. I need to get those fixed. Haven't done it. Now the battery's dead. Don't worry about it tomorrow. I'm going to walk down there. Use one of my other trucks that will start. Truck's loaded up. Engine corn going out tomorrow. So anyway, thanks for watching this one. Have a great night. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. Tell me how stupid I am for not planting beans tomorrow, please. I'm sorry. I know you guys would love it if I was doing that. I would too. I just can't do it. I should. I wish I could do it. Anyway, I'll see you tomorrow.